Let's get through these tapes before I get permanent ligma. Let's
check it out.
I would have went with a classic up dog, but whatever. You're one rough video cowboy, and we've been through some pretty wild and rowdy rides together. Who knows what's gonna happen next?
Party down.
Some options not included.
Take a shot of Radaway because these tapes are absolutely toxic. On today's Mikey!
Sipping on the Kool-Aid burst, cherry red juicy. Dancing grannies watching Pete and Pete. Got it.
It feels so good to be back. I've been spending a week with my family, and it's filled my heart full of so much joy that I'm gonna use it to shield myself against the tapes we're about ready to watch, because we got some doozies.
So sit back, relax, and have a rotten time.
My brother Chad bought me my very first camera, and we used it to shoot some pretty stupid things. This is my impression of an Oklahoma snow angel. Remember guys, rub them like tiny violins. My first video shot on digital was over 40 minutes long and had no editing. Because, well, I didn't really know what I was doing. Dude, you still don't know what you're doing. Over the years, I had a lot of support, and now you and I go on all new adventures together. I'm not sure why I bowled with an easy bake, but hey, let's pop some tapes.
They do get better.
If you send me a video, put your name on it, and then every time this video is played, it's almost like it's free advertisement. And plus, I'll know where it's from because let's face it, I get these things mixed up all the time.
One of the 10 finest minds in the
And since I have this in my dirty old hooves, let's pop it in.
By the way, Jimmy is pouring those drinks in. He must have known Prohibition was coming.
All right, a Prohibition joke. And you guys always give me hell about my dated material. Jeez.
If it isn't your old chicken with another egg.
Oh my God, that word is gonna burrow in my brain today. I can just see it. I'm gonna call some poor gal chicken and I won't even mean to. But that's the way my brain works. It just like burrows in there and invades me for the rest of the day. So just avoid me if you're a lady today because I won't mean what I say. I'm pretty sure ladies already got the memo.
Elvira just gave birth to triplets. Stop.
I can already tell this is gonna lead to a deep dive about where Elvira got her name, but I'll try not to hyper focus on it today so we can keep going.
Oh, hi, Elvira.
How did she get her name?
Mikey? Cassandra got her name from a random draw of a hair.
Damn, B, check out the hot dog wallet on that chicken over there.
Rocky, his whole life was a 1,000,000-to-1 shot.
How Rocky gone from super serious to wacky robot antics, I'll never know, but I'm glad it did. Thank you so much. You're the very best.
Turner Classic Movies. More than 300 movies every month and not a commercial in sight.
Not a commercial in sight is not what this video cowboy wanted to hear. Leroy, we might have to move on to another pasture. All right, that looks like it of that one. This next one is called Sesame Street, Follow That Bird. I don't have a name on here, so let's put one of my random subscribers on here. Up and Dog, or should it be Doge? 43. Yeah, baby.
This beef brief with Martha Lynn brought to you by IGA.
Yeah, baby, a beef brief. Now we're cooking.
A delicious beef dish with an oriental flair from the state's beef producers, featuring beef thigh round steaks, Chinese noodles, cucumbers, peppers, and other scrumptious fixins.
This beef brief was brought to you by the tears of your sad wife.
Will Tanya Harding be going to the Olympics? We'll have details at noon.
What the hell happened to my can light? I have no idea. All right, moving on. To go with our steaks, sometimes soap operas can have weird bean moments.
That's our Haley comet. Full of Boston baked beans.
It's Charlie and Joan.
We've gotten to the point after all these years
that we finish each other's sentences.
That's just
I
what
thought you were going to say.
Oh man, nailed it.
Join us for the Oklahoma edition of Good Morning America.
Right here on 5 Alive.
Flakes has twice the fiber of that cereal. The usual places.
What day of the month is it? What day of the month?
All right, why is this so terrifying? Do you ever have a memory locked real far in the back of your brain and you'll think it's not real, and then you'll see a video of it and you're like, oh my God, I did watch that. I don't know, man. I feel like they've made this movie before, but nothing has ever been as weird as this version of it. Oh, dude, I think my light's working. Yes, even better.
All this in October.
My boy's just smoking like crazy. Old cartoons used to be wild.
Yeah, what you do?
All right, so it just cuts into the end of Karate Kid. Now, I like Donald Duck as much as the next Joe, but it should be a sin to tape over this. Although, that was still an illegal kick. This tape was all over the place. I don't know what was going on with it, but let's see what happens next. I wanted to show you guys this one because it looks like it has some sort of web or random critter living inside it. I'm gonna let it outside so it can be free. Maybe it'll just be its new habitat, but I'm gonna take this outside. I was going through a stack of tapes when I ran across something that was a bit of a mystery. Just a single tape marked Bahamas. It looks playable, it looks clean. Let's see what mysteries it holds. Is it a vacation video or is it something a bit more? I wish this box fit better. Okay, so far it looks just like vacation footage. I was hoping there'd be like a shark attack or something wild, but we'll look a little bit further. But the weird thing is, when you shoot a vacation video, who is it really for? Nobody's ever gonna wanna watch it. And this person that shot this probably didn't realize that 20 or 30 years later, people on the internet would be watching it for kicks. Why are we watching it? Who's going chicken hunting? My boy's going chicken hunting. I knew I'd end up working it in. Is this what having money looks like? Man, must be nice. I'm trying to think if I've ever had a vacation in my life. When's the last time you guys have had a vacation? You might want to talk to your boss about that, because I know you've been working hard. People live completely different lives. I look outside, I got like tumbleweeds out there. Man, my view sucks.
Commenced in 1787 by Lord Dunmore. Completed 1789.
Now, normally I don't like tour guides, they kind of freak me out. But I'm liking the cut of this guy's jib. He seems pretty awesome. And dude, them shades are dope. And you can tell he's really sick of telling this story for the 40th time today. You could feel his inner struggle. We've all been there. I wonder if that's the upside down pineapple suite, if you know what I mean. Man, dude, he's living large. Oh, speaking of pineapples, I want to show you guys something. I don't know what I was thinking, but recently old Mikey tried to get back into the dating market and had my heart broken by two gals back to back. They must have learned about each other. This guy calls his left and right hand two gals. I really did fancy one of them and wanted to get the power she had over me out of my head. It was all like, do go on, sir. So I did what any normal person would do. I completely shaved my head, like Britney Spears. It's always a good idea. Wait till you see this. This is a treat. Look at all the spots I missed. Look at this little red angry one here.
Cringe,
Maybe we could do something about it here. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll draw in some hair. Couple nice little curls. Yeah, baby. that looks great. looking great. I'll color some in. I'm gonna look great at the gym tomorrow.
Skippity-doo, you look like the Temu version of Bam Bam Bigelow.
Not gonna lie, I'm feeling pretty insecure and this video isn't helping much. Maybe I'll try a hat. It just feels too big. I look like late season Steve or Caillou with more steps. Content. This is every guy in the world who has a bald head who's trying to wear their cap backwards. Why did I do this? Don't you cry, my cancer boy. Now, don't worry, I don't have cancer. I just have internet cancer, and that's to the bone. I'm gonna put my hat back on. I just like to, I'm an oversharer, I guess. That's like YouTube 101, is you should never overshare what's going on in your life, but that's pretty much my channel. Just a bunch of weird videos and a whole lot of oversharing.
Cruise ship in the harbor.
I was hoping for a finale, but it just ended with random sailing footage. Dude, you gotta put an ending on your movie, man. We need to teach this dude the 3-act structure, but that's all right. That's all right. He's an amateur filmmaker.
At Select TV, we want to keep you turned on.
If you want to be part of my show, send your tape to VHS Mikey, P.O. Box 1064, Alva, Oklahoma 73717.
I stay high so I don't get mad. He said I can't, I said I can't.
I'm like the Hat Fisher King. Hopefully there's some good stuff on here, because I'm not feeling this so far.
That's harmony!
This next tape was unmarked, so I wrote one of my subscribers on here, Dudium. He seems like a pretty cool dude. I was looking at his videos earlier. I think he likes to go by Doot. So, hey Doot, this one's for you.
When the kids go to bed, a whole new world of excitement comes alive for adults. We call it Disney Nighttime.
You can always tell when a network doesn't know what to do with the programming block because they end up showing stuff like this.
Next, the Best of Hollywood presents legendary leading lady Joan Fontaine and the classic romance, Jane Eyre.
Now just hand me that whip. Thank you. Now kindly get out of the way.
Be gone, fell woman. I love the grievous amounts of smoke they're using in this. I bet that stuff used to be pretty toxic back then. What's my can? I knocked it over earlier, and it's just been acting wonky ever since. Well, wonkier than normal.
Mikey, they won't let me out of this can.
This girl is a liar.
This might be the saddest thing I ever watched. I'm gonna have to move on, and I should probably go ahead and shave that off. That's looking terrible. I'm so sad, and then I proceed to start laughing. I can tell I'm hiding behind the microphone. Come on, Mike, do your thing. Put your hat on. There. If this had more commercials, I'd probably watch the whole thing. Dude, what the heck, man? That was a pretty dark tape. I know it's not your fault. I just put your name on this tape, but hopefully this other tape, which I found blank, and I put another subscriber's name on it, at Lizberry5717. I have a good feeling about this one.
Tonight on Hollywood Reel to Reel, we return to those thrilling days of yesteryear by way of the drive-in theater. Do you remember those?
As classy as this dude is, he probably would have sat in the front with all the good people. But everybody knows all the rowdy people are in the back. That's where all the great parties are, and that's where you're going to find your boy Mikey on his off hours.
The movie that follows that is a perfect example of what we used to watch in the drive-in. if we were watching through that Bonami on the
I don't know what type of drive-ins this guy been to, but the ones me and my buddies used to work at were pretty wild. Man, it was some of the best time of my life with these dudes. I wouldn't change those summers for anything. I have many concession stories to share, and I probably shared them in other videos. But I'll always remember the time this very old man came up to me and he pointed at my nipple. See, I was wearing a white shirt at the time, and my cocoa nipples were pretty evident. And he points to them and he says, "You know what those are for?" And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Just in case." I've never been so mortified in my life, and I wore black shirts ever since.
There, big guy. Time for your medicine.
This time we pointed the caddy towards Springfield, Colorado. Springfield's where Ruby lives, the widowed, no-guff owner of the Carview Drive-In.
It was at that very drive-in I saw my very first horror movie. A double feature, Exorcist and Poltergeist, and, well, my childlike brain wasn't ready.
MGM UA Home Video. Poltergeist 3!
Being only 6 years old, I would try to cover my ears and my eyes. I couldn't believe the things I saw on the screen. And I couldn't wait to go back next week. Up to bat is Mikey with a potential copyright strike. He swings and oh, he misses.
Skippity-doo! Mikey was smart to walk away from that one.
Now, old Mikey probably don't know much, but you couldn't tell the story of the drive-in without the greatest mutant that ever lived, a one Joe Bob Briggs. I could tell I'm gonna like this.
There's got to be action, there's got to be female nudity, and there's got to be some violence.
It's always nice when you find horror hosts on these tapes, especially him.
Check it out, and then I'll be back with a couple erotic thrillers. One of them's pretty damn good. One of them stars Madonna.
As the years went on, he would further develop his character of Joe Bob, and I would be amiss to say how much of an influence it had on all of us as a culture. The drive-in would never die. Today, he's a pretty divisive character in our community, but I always kind of felt like his heart was in the right place. I don't think he comes from a place of hate. The evidence is in the faces of the people around him. You could see how they light up when he's in the room. They really enjoy working with him.
And that's all you need to know about him.
If you look around, you'll notice friends are now enemies, and the world seems like it's absolutely burning. Maybe we need a risky joke or two to lighten our hearts a little. I know I'm gonna laugh.
Mikey, I know you said it before, but will you say it again for all my ghostomaniacs out there?
The worst joke in the world, well, it's the one you keep to yourself.
Mikey.